Okay, I'm going to go to hands-on practice 7.4 starter files and opening index.html. Let's see how it looks like. One of the files that we have worked on before. In this one, I'm going to change the width of the whole body to 80%. So width 80%. That means 80% of the browser window. So if I save it and run, you would see that all the content in the body didn't go all the way. It stopped at 80%. Now I'm going to say that minimum width should be 600 pixel. That means if it's okay to shorten or make the window up to 600 pixel, and after that you will see that scroller bars. So if I open it up, and then you can see that up to 600 it keeps like that, but then after that you would see the scroll bar appearing. So that is a min width. Now let's see how, looking at your HTML file, you can see that the heading at the top of your web page is an image. That image you have put inside an h1 tag. And it is better to have background images and things like that in the CSS rather than inside the HTML. For example, if I want to have the same header for all my web pages, then I have to put this in all of my HTML files. It would be much better if you have this in the CSS file only once and attach that CSS file to all those different HTML where you need this background images there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this image off, that image tag. I'm going to delete it. Alright, and then in the h1 tag here I'm going to say that background image URL is trilliumlogo.jpg. Alright, and let's say that you don't need any repeat, so you would say background repeat, no repeat. Alright, so let's see how it appears now. So you have that image. See, within the h1 tag we didn't put any text, so you are not seeing any text there. So I'm going to go ahead and put some text, the heading saying Trillium Media Design. Alright, so you would have your h1 tag has this text, and h1 tag has the background we just put in. So it is perfectly fine the way we have things in the CSS and in the file. H1 text is always left justified. That means whenever there is an H1, the text will begin at the very left margin. So here we don't want it over this picture, so we need to change the indentation. So I'm going to say that the text indent should be some space towards the right. So I'm going to say that text indent for the H1 should be, say, 140 pixel. So it won't cover that picture. So it moved here. This is the default size of your H1. Since we have the height same as that of the image, which I think is 86, you can see that. But now I wanted to make sure that the line height of the H1 element is 250%. That means it will appear, there will be enough space, and the text will appear in the middle. So it looks kind of centrally located. So I would use line height, and you would say 150%. Line height 150%. So now it looks good. So basically we replace the image inside, that is inline in an H1, and replace that with a CSS rule to put a background image in H1. So that is hands-on 7.4. As I mentioned before, you have all the starter files in the website.